want to introduce Shannon. So I've known Shannon since she was about this big. And she is Karen's youngest daughter, and she lives in Johannesburg. And I've written down here that she's a highly accomplished young lady with a string of qualifications up her arm. And that's true. She's never stops bettering herself, learning. She's got, I don't know how many degrees she's got, but it's 3 now. Is it 3 or 4? You want number 5?
On number 5.
That's showing off.
Wow. That's showing off.
And she's just driven to make a difference in the world, her and her husband together. And they're 2 little doggies and to be baby boy, which we're very, very excited about.
Congratulations.
So she has recently, well, not quite, fairly recently, I'd say, started teaching Pilates and become qualified to teach Pilates. And she does private sessions. Tell me if I'm wrong about this, Shannon. Private sessions and group sessions online. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes.
So if anybody's interested in having any Pilates instruction, Shannon is your lady. So she's kindly agreed to do a session for us to help us think about how we can kind of look after ourselves, our health, our physical health when we're spending lots of time sitting down. That'll be me then.
Me then.
Yeah. So over to you, Shannon. Go, go, go.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me here this evening. And I look forward to just moving with you for about 20 minutes, showing you some tips and tricks, talking through what you can do to help your body feel and function a little bit better, especially when sitting at a desk or in a chair all day, every day. I think COVID has changed how bodies are functioning at the moment with everyone working from home. So hopefully this will be able to help you and just help loosen you up a little bit in your backs. Okay, before I start, are there any back problems or disc problems or anything like that? Okay, Auntie Jane, what's there for you in your back?
I've had this for a long time, Shannon, and it is a disc problem, but I'm really aware of it, and I know how far I can push myself and what not to do, so I won't worry about me.
Okay, perfect. Is it upper, mid, or lower back though, just generally?
Lower back.
Perfect. It is often used as a treatment, specifically with back pain and stuff like that. And at least this side, there's quite a lot of physios and bios who use Pilates as part of their treatment. But I will stay away from anything that could be a contraindication for back and disc problems. I just wanted to double check first. So if you have your chair or you're all on your chair, I'm going to just turn this so you can see my chair. Okay, we're going to just start by warming up the spine a little bit. So sitting up nice and tall, you can come to the edge of your chair just so that we're stacking the spine on top of the sitting bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Just take a moment to become aware of your body and let your hands hang. And while your hands are hanging, feel the shoulders open, the collarbones open, and take a nice deep breath in, filling those lungs. And as you exhale, I want you to think of pulling that belly button in towards the spine so all of this tightens up. And inhale, let the abs release out. And as you exhale, pull that belly button in, finding some pelvic floor and firing up those abs. We're going to do 2 more, just breathing. Take a deep breath in, let the abs expand. As you exhale, pull in, belly button squeezing, trying to touch that spine, keeping your head over your shoulders, over your pelvic bone. And 1 more, take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze that belly button in and then hold it in. So keep breathing, but keep that connection through the belly button and just hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. So when you're sitting at your desk, our body works with muscles that on one side, it does one thing, on the other, it does the opposite. So while we're sitting, our quads are firing up and our hamstrings are somewhat lengthened. And if you're sitting, chances are there's some slouching, which means that the whole front of the body is tightening while the back of the body is loosening. So I want to give you some things to do to tighten and strengthen the back while also stretching out the front and also strengthening those hamstrings while loosening out your quads for you. Okay, so again, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to put the hands, fingers in on the knees, and you can lean forward, elbows out to the sides for me, but we're going to keep those collarbones nice and wide. Okay, we're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to arch that back up using your hands, pressing into the thighs, stretching as you go. As you exhale, you're going to round through the spine, again, pressing into your arms, curling through the spine. And we inhale, stretching, arching, keeping the shoulders down and out the ears. Exhale, we curl round, back, moving the spine. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, we stretch up, reaching and arching. Exhale, we curl and round back. And last one. Inhale, we reach up, stretching, pulling those shoulders open. And exhale, we round and curl. And then we restack our spine. So to strengthen those upper back muscles, we're going to take the arms out in parallel, palms facing each other. It's going to feel very weird. Nothing moves in your whole body. Keep feeling that belly button to spine connection. Relax the shoulders in their sockets. Nothing is going to move except those shoulders. You're going to take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, your shoulders move forward. As you exhale, you squeeze those shoulder blades like you're trying to make them touch at the back. Be careful the back doesn't arch. Inhale, the fingers lead forward. Keep the shoulders down for me and relaxed. Exhale, squeeze them together at the back. Good, 4 more. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, we squeeze. Keep the shoulders down and out the ears. And inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze, moving those scapulars. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Hold the squeeze at the back. Pull those shoulder blades together. Keep breathing for me. Pull the shoulders down and out the ears if they've crept up. Keep that squeeze. Keep breathing. Keep the abs tight. Keep reaching tall through the crown of the head. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the arms. Did we find some upper back?
Wow. It's really interesting, actually, Shannon, because I do find my upper back is a bit stiff on the morning. So is that a good one to do when you've kind of woken up with a bit of a bad back?
100%. It's a nice one that you can literally do any time at all. And it should help to loosen up the front while also strengthening the back.
Thank you.
Woo. And I'm going to give you one more, because in Pilates, we move through all ranges of motion. So moving forward and back is one, but we need to add some rotation in. So Auntie Jane, if it's in your lower back, if we're rotating, just keep it very small and just see how your back's feeling. Okay, so once again, arms are going to come up, shoulders are down, working those shoulders, working those backs. We're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, it's your elbow that's going to lead you, and it's going to pull out, and your eye line is going to follow. Good, keeping that elbow up but the shoulder down. And then we're going to release and bring it back to the front. Good, and we inhale, the other arm goes out, pulling back, squeeze that shoulder blade at the back again. And inhale to release it back. Good. And we alternate. That elbow leads, keep the shoulder down, twisting, just move within your range of motion. And bring it back. Good, and we exhale, twist. Think of twisting up through the crown of your head. And inhale, so lengthening through the spine. 2 more each side. And we rotate. Good, and bring it back. And exhale, rotate. Keep those abs nice and tight. Inhale, bring it back. Looking very good, 1 more each side. Exhale to rotate. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it back. Try and make sure those fingers are still reaching forward. Last one. Exhale to rotate. Good. And inhale, bring it back. Lower the arms and just shake out those shoulders. Very concentrated.
It's trying to remember. You think it was quite a simple movement, but it's trying to remember to keep shoulders down and keep the tummy tight and breathe and do everything right, isn't it? My shoulders get me to do that.
And that's a very normal response. And the thing that I've loved so much about Pilates is that it is such a mind-body connection, having to be aware of what your body's doing and how it's doing it. When I am somebody who gets very busy, and it's a nice way to just sort of reconnect and slow down. Cool. Then you can stand up for me, and we're going to walk around to the back of our chair. We're going to use it for balance. So if it hopefully not on wheels. Okay. So again, we said that we need to lengthen out the quads while tightening up the hamstrings. So depending on how much of a challenge you want, the further away you take your legs, the more challenging it is. Again, focusing on keeping those shoulders down and out the ears. We're going to step the left leg back, squeezing the glute, pulling up with the abs, think belly button to spine. The knee isn't going to move. You're going to take a deep breath in, exhale, bend at the knee to try kick your glutes. Inhale, extend. So the leg isn't moving except from the knee. Exhale, bend. And inhale, extend. You can soft bend your standing leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. 4 more. Exhale, bend. And inhale. Keep reaching long. Exhale, bend. And extend. Your standing leg should be on fire. Exhale, bend. And extend, keeping the knee still. Last 2. Exhale, bend. And extend. Last one. Exhale, bend, and hold it there. You're going to do little kicks towards that glute for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen that leg away and then lower it down. Shake it out. Did we find some glutes and hamstrings?
Yeah, me, yeah.
Woo! And now we get to do it on the other side.
You have to see my cat's expression watching us, like he's just lying down, blobbed out, watching us like, you're crazy, people.
Here comes Anne.
All right, so we've already got the one leg and the one glute. So the other leg, hopefully it's the left leg, is going to be our standing leg. We're going to take the right leg back by squeezing that glute. You can soft bend your standing leg, belly button to spine. Good. Again, keeping that leg still, you're going to bend from the knee as you exhale. Inhale to straighten and lengthen. Keep the shoulders out the ears. Exhale, bend from the knee. Inhale to straighten. Good. Exhale, bend. And inhale, looking good. Exhale, bend. Try not to lean, and inhale. Rather do a small bend. Exhale, bend. And inhale, just 3 more. Exhale, bend. And inhale, last 2. Exhale. And inhale. Last one. Exhale, hold it there. You're going to do little kicks towards that glute for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg long, bring it down, and then shake it out.
Oh, I was just twerking then.
Did you manage that?
Is it all right if I sit down, please, Shannon?
Yes. All right. So that's a strange one to do, but again, it's an instant way to stretch out the quads, tighten up the hamstrings. Cool. And then we just are going to cool down the spine a little bit more. We're just going to add in a couple of stretches for, again, in between stuff while you're busy working. So you can drop your head over to the left for me. pressing just behind that ear. Again, thinking of pulling up through the spine, belly button to spine as well.
Which arm is it? The one that's on the
So
top?
left hand pressing towards the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. And just softly breathe and gently press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's correct. Yeah. Then we're going to turn. You're going to feel like you're looking under your armpit, and then you can press just at the back of your head to stretch out the back of the spine. Good. And just breathe there for another 3, 2, 1. Releasing and bringing the head over to the other side. Pressing just behind that ear. Keep the shoulder down for me.
Oh, I can feel that.
Good. And just hold and breathe for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turning to look under the armpit, pressing gently on the back of the head. And breathe just for another 3, for 2, for 1. Releasing the head, just let it hang heavy, looking down towards your lap, and feel like you're trying to press the back of the neck up. So if it's a pulling up feeling, to stretch out the back of the neck. And just breathe for another 2, 1. Resacking the head. We're going to bring the hands onto the forehead and just press that head back like you're trying to push it backwards. Good. Try not to tip your head back, so rather bring the chin in like a reverse chicken. And just hold and breathe there for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hands. We're going to bring the right arm up, reaching over towards the left. If you have something to hold on to get a deeper stretch, you're welcome to. Otherwise, just go as far as you can. Good. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to come up. Left arm's going to come up, reaching over to the right. Good. Stretching out that side.
It's not in here.
Just for another 3,
With this.
2, 1. Take a deep breath in and exhale to come up. We're going to interlace the fingers, pressing palms away. Stretch out the back of the body. Good. Keep breathing just for another 3, 2, 1. Bringing the arms in. We're going to interlace behind us. Pressing back, stretching out the front of the body. And the further up you lift your arms, the deeper the stretch. Good. And just hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. And those are my few exercises to help you feeling a little bit better sitting in your chairs.
I loved that, I tell you what I loved about it. I didn't feel for one second that I couldn't do some of those things. It encouraged me to think maybe I can do more,
I think it's pretty amazing how little tiny movements actually are significant.
Yeah.
Because it really isn't that much movement.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like one thing was like, oh, that's kind of sore. I thought, grief, I apparently haven't, turned that way or moved that way or something. Just this little teeny tiny motion. It's amazing.
Yeah, just perfect. So Shannon, tell us a little bit about how it works when you have sessions, because I'm like, this is interesting.
So generally I'll do an individual session with any potential new client where we do a full assessment of your medical history and any contraindications you might have. And then we do a session where we focus on breathing and the principles of Pilates like flow and balance, just to get a baseline for where you're at. And then based on that, if there's a class that you'd be keen to join, 100% you slot into a class. Otherwise, generally the first few sessions working one-on-one just to build up the strength and the stamina, and also knowing the different moves, because today was slightly different to a full-on Pilates class. It's more standing Pilates and sitting Pilates as opposed to on the mat, all of that. But it's also, I thought it was a nice way to show that Pilates is so incredibly diverse. And there's a saying that says every body is a Pilates body. So it doesn't matter if it's whatever comes at you. If you're a good Pilates instructor, you can adapt to the bodies that are in front of you. And like you said, Auntie Jane, give moves that you can do. Because there's nothing worse than doing something and feeling like, oh my goodness, that was a waste of my time. So Pilates really isn't necessarily just an exercise. It really is a movement for life, is it.
Yeah, do you know what? I tell you what I like about it. It's this idea that I can get better.
It's something that's actually often seen in a single class. So
Really?
whether, depending on backs, we do something called a roll down at the beginning, where you're standing and you literally roll down to touch your toes. And at the beginning of a class versus the end of the class, 9 out of 10 of my clients are in a different position an hour later than when they started.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really encouraging that we can all do something to improve things. I like that. Thank you, Shannon.
Pleasure.